Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
I remember it like somebody flipped a switch and something was really wrong. The staff at Fry treated me like family and they saved my life. These days, I'm taking time for things that really matter because every moment is a gift. I needed a doctor and I found an expert in my heart.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC is ready for another exciting football season. Everett has been a proud sponsor of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears for 25 years, and we wish the Bears a safe and successful season. And August means it's all systems go for another winning season with the Carolina Panthers. We have a tradition of winning in the Carolinas, and when you want to be a winner in the car, truck, or SUV game, come see the sales and service champions at Everett, because if you didn't get an Everett deal, you dropped the ball, baby. Woo!
I love being busy in my garden. I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found an expert for my heart.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
I'm an active guy, I have a family to take care of, and a heart attack wasn't really in the plan. The pain was so bad, I couldn't even talk. The Fry team was so nice and so good to me. They give me a second chance, more time to do what I love, more time to be with my family. I needed a doctor, I found an expert in my heart.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
As we are back here at Schuford Gymnasium, we're about minutes away from starting. This one should be an exciting matchup here today. If you're watching, you're in the right spot, right place here on Bear Sports Network on the SAC Live. We're going to do our best to call a great game and match the players on the court's energy here today. I'm going to give you the starters for both sides. Now that we've got those starters for you, first for the visiting Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters, going to have number 1, Emily Walter, starting at setter. Number 3, Riley Storms. Number 8, Lindsay Nartker. Number 9, Abby Higgins. Number 16, Emma Winford. Number 17, Hedea Heinzman. Number 19, Kaylee Long. And now for your Lenoir-Rhyne Bears starting lineup, you're going to have Taylor Prawl, number 4. Number 5, Alexis Ivy. Number 6, Ashley Hawkins. Number 8, Hannah Houston. Number 10, Rachel Buick. Number 14, Braylon Faust. Number 24, Mackenzie Holsey. All right, Chris, it's the part of the show where we give our game keys and bold predictions. What do you want to see out there? What are your game keys for the Bears?
I want to see the Bears come out with a lot of energy and just be able to keep the momentum rolling, maybe not go into the slump that we saw against Catawba and all of Queens. So I want to see some energy. I want to see just flat-out energy and to keep Taylor Prow rolling. She's had 2 awesome games in a row, averaging over 20 kills in the last 2 games. So if she can keep that up, I think the Bears got a good chance of winning.
And now I'm going to give you my game keys for this Bears team in order to get going. I think, yes, like Chris said, they need to get their energy up, but it's all about those unforced errors. They have to reduce those here in order to be successful. They have to make the other team play their game, and I think that starts with the blocking in the middle. If you can get Jackie Denny, Alexis Ivy, some of those middles, Braylon Faust going early, it becomes so much easier to be able to swing it outside if your defense is clicking on all cylinders. So look for that. So bold predictions. This is the fun part where we make some hot takes on what's going to happen here today. I'm going to start things off. I believe I'm going to go with Holsey, the center, is going to get 3 kills. Excuse me, she's going to have at least 5 kills in this game.
I believe Taylor Prow's going to have about 21 kills for the whole game. I think she's going to get on a roll today, and they're going to keep her going with the strong momentum.
There we go. As we're about a couple seconds now away from starting things off. Looks like it's going to be number 10, Rachel Buick, back to serve here for the Bears.
Leading off the match for your Bears, number 10, Rachel Buick.
Buick with the serve, deep service. It's pushed outside, a roll over the top. Buick able to save it, and outside the T-Prawl, and collects the first kill of the match. Bears open up.
Looking very clean on that first set, so we're going to hopefully they can keep it up here.
Buick back to serve once again. Buick, a nice serve into the middle. It's going to be pushed outside, a punch out of the air with the middle. And Ivy, watch out below. So far, the Bears are looking good. 2 for 2 on kill attempts. Now pushed outside for number 8, Narker. And we're going to be calling her name a lot tonight. So that one's out of bounds.
Narker and Storms both had 9 kills in their last game, so they're definitely going to be talked about today.
Narker over the top. Holsey able to get to it. Now going outside for Prawl again. And she collects her second kill of the match. Just like that, a 4-0 run for the Bears.
You can see the Bears already keeping Prowl into the game.
Buick now deep into the corner. Outside. Good job by Holsey to keep it alive. Now Buick going to Hannah Houston. Now pushed outside again. It's going to be tight. A tip over the top. Holsey, the great effort to get to it. Still rallying here. Outside to Narker. Denied by Houston, and Ivy still up in the air. Holsey doing her best impression, trying to keep it up. Not able to get to that one. First point for the Rail Splitters.
You can see the Bears diving all over the court, and that's what we've seen all year so far. Not afraid to get down and dirty.
Exactly. You got to put your body on the line here. They're doing a good job early. Now Prawl swinging again. That's the first one that's been dug up. Now outside for Hannah Houston, blocked. Now outside for Prawl, it's going to be tight. She pushes it into the corner, and that's going to be called for a kill. Looks like a net violation on 3.
Definitely momentum killer for the Splitters here.
Looks like Ashley Hawkins will be back to serve now for the Bears. Hawkins, a laser of a serve. Count it. That's an ace for the Bears.
The Bears are looking very on point so far today. They don't come out with the craziest energy, and they're just very fine and even. They're definitely coming back very well off of a first loss.
Back-to-back serves for Ashley Hawkins. Let's see if she can make it the trifecta. A short serve now for Hawkins. Pushed up, and that's a big swing right there by 18. Now Prawl trying to get that back line and just barely missed it, inches away. So Rail Splitters get a point back. Now outside for Taylor Prawl. She swings again. And there's going to be a net violation right there on number 10. Looks like she crossed the line as Prawl was swinging. Houston back to serve here for the Bears. Again, up to the middle, tipped. Prawl is there. Now trying to go outside for Prawl, and she wasn't in that right spot. That's just one of those mistakes you can ill afford. That's Holsey, the freshman setter. Maybe just a little jitters right there, you know, one of your first starts in your collegiate career. Over to Hawkins, now to Faust, trying to lay it down. That's pushed outside. Prawl is there. Now Holsey looking to get the kill. Buick, now outside for Prawl, and Prawl is blocked by number 10, Yinlin Nahi.
If it wasn't for a few mistakes by the Rail Splitters, they would be all tied up right now. So if they can clean that up, it's going to get very close here in the end.
Outside again for Pearl. That's really tight. Good adjustment with the left hand, and then dunks it right on the Rail Splitters. I think we need to talk about how sneaky Pearl is with those hops, able to sneak that one up over on the second attempt.
You could tell she was going to definitely be a part of the game with the overall stats being 86 kills for her this whole season. And then the next closest is Alana Thomas with 38 kills. So that's a huge gap. So Taylor Prowl will definitely be a part of this win today.
Just show the replay here. Pearl with the left hand, then heads up to go back up and just knock it down. Serve right to Houston. Now Pearl in the back row. Jordan has checked in, and Jordan just barely missed that line to keep it in. It's going to be out of bounds. So that is number 10, Yelene Nahi, back to serve. And Holsey trying to get a kill attempt. Holsey outside for Jordan. That's really tight. Now Holsey over the top. Rail Splitters now attacking. Big swing by number 2. That is Kate Hosenfield. Collects a kill, and now we're a 9-8 ball game.
The Bears definitely letting them hang around here.
Just like we've been talking about, volleyball is a game of runs, and just like that, it's a tie ball game. It is really quite phenomenal how a game can just turn by one player getting a kill and a lot of energy and momentum going their way. As Faust gets blocked right there. Another point to the Rail Splitters, and they've taken the lead.
Yeah, the Rail Splitters are 2-3, but 2-0 in the conference, so they're definitely going to be a tough match for the Bears.
So we've entered our first timeout here in the match, and we will be back shortly. As we are back here at Schuford Gymnasium, if you're just tuning in, it's a 10-9 ball game. Rail Splitters are up by 1. Faust going deep into the corner and collects the kill.
Definitely good for the Bears to stop that run there. Lots of momentum. Like I said, they're 2-0 in the conference, and LR's 1-1.
Faust has been a big spark plug for this team in spots where they've been down. Faust has a lot of energy in her. Now Jordan swinging. Now big push. Holsey is there. Now Faust with the set from the middle. Out to Emily Jordan. And that falls through as number 18. Michaela Fox collects a kill for the Rail Splitters. There's some interesting rotations there. Holsey touching it first. And so, ooh, that's tough. That's barely out on that back line. You saw a little bit of indecision right there from Taylor Prawl, and they just barely nicked that line. That's going to be an ace for the Rail Splitters. Now, Prawl. Good push by Ivy. Now, big swing as number 3, Riley Storms collects.
Riley Storms leading the Lincoln Memorial team in kills. Definitely have to watch for her.
Houston receiving it. Now Houston over. Big swing denied by Ivy. Solo block. We're still going here. Push now for Taylor Prawl. Back row. And just barely missed that corner. Quickly, the Rail Splitters have garnered a lead of 4 points now. Holsey now outside for Jordan. Jordan swings, and Jordan gets a kill.
Good response by LR to stop the momentum. We're going to see how they kind of try to keep up and maintain.
Holsey, the serve. Now outside, big swing, it's tipped. That's another kill for Kate Holsenfeld. So we show the replay now. And Jordan just getting up and laying that right past the libero with the Rail Splitters. As number 16, Emma Winford has checked in to serve. Now Holsey up to Ivy, and Ivy jumps out of the gym and lays it down for the Bears.
Definitely caught the Rail Splitters off guard there. She's known for her blocks. They were definitely not looking for that.
As we're back to where we started this match with Rachel Buick back to serve for the Bears. It's pushed outside as Narkin trying to get it, and that one is blocked by Houston and Ivy, but that one is out of bounds. Narkin collects a kill there for the Rail Splitters. Now outside for Houston, the push, and she drops it down the line. The lefty, Hannah Houston. Hawkins a serve. Deep, and that goes out of bounds. This is what we talked about, Chris, earlier. Those unforced errors, the things that you can normally do correctly, like serve it and play, those have to be reduced in order for this Bears team to get going.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of mistakes so far, and it just seems like Lenoir-Rhyne just doesn't have the energy right now. It just doesn't look like they're all in it.
Hawkins gets to that one. Now outside for Houston, she gets blocked. Now Taylor Prawl swings the roll shot up in the air now. Now number 8, Narker collects another kill. And we're going to have a timeout by LR. And we will be back shortly with more action here.
Being busy in my garden, I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found the expert for my heart.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
As we are back here in Schuford Gymnasium, it is number 7, Lauren Lask, back to serve for the Rail Splitters. Deep to Rachel Buick. Now outside. Prawl's going to just have to keep it up over the top. Now Narkin again. Outside to Taylor Prawl. She swings, and she's going to collect a kill. I believe that is number 3 on the mat, on the set so far.
See Hamilton and Asher checking in for the Bears.
Yeah, Hamilton usually the starting center for this Bears team. Let's see if she can get serving. Get going from the serve spot. And a block by Braylon Faust. That one is returned to sender.
Great block there.
Now Hamilton has done a really great job of serving. And that one would go into the net. That's what they call the curse of the broadcast commentator.
That's just what I was thinking, just as soon as he said it.
Hamilton now looking for Prawl. That one's still up in the air. Rail Splitters keep it alive. And Hawkins able to dig that one up. Now Prawl's just going to have to go over. Now outside. That's blocked by Asher.
The Bears definitely have some juice now after putting down the lead to 16-19. We're going to see if they can keep it up.
Prawl on the serve, a tip. Hawkins is there, gets it over the top. Great bid by Hawkins. It's swung on. Hawkins is there to dig it up. Now Bears outside for Emily Jordan. And going to have to get it over. Hawkins. Now back set to Asher, and Asher collects the kill for the Bears.
Lots of good saves there by the Rail Splitters, but just could not save that last one.
As we show you the replay here of what just happened. And that was the block from 2 points earlier by Asher. So back-to-back kills. Or points, excuse me, by Asher for the Bears. A tip over the top. Hawkins keeps it alive. Now Faust trying to swing it, kill it down. And Jordan just missed that one. And Hawkins was right behind Jordan. I think Hawkins is telling her, hey, I got that. But trying to reassure her teammate that it's all right. They'll get that point back.
Nehe back to serve now. We saw her earlier when the Rail Splitters went on that long run.
That one might have been going out, but Hawkins plays it anyway. Now put up, swung on. That's might have gone out also. It's very tough to tell when you're in the back row. Served over the top. Hawkins gets to it. Set looking for Emily Jordan. Still kept alive by the Rail Splitters. Hawkins is there. Now Faust, she swings on it. Still kept alive. We're rallying back and forth. Prawl keeps it alive. Now to Faust. Saved once again. Hawkins gets it. Hamilton now. Jordan, the tip. It's been a long rally and finally one pulled out of bounds by number 2, Kate Hosenfeld. Credits to where credit is due, Chris. Both of these squads playing lights out.
Yeah, that was a great volley there. I don't think, just great volleyball being played by both sides.
Anna Jordan back to serve. Now up to the middle, and number 18, Michaela Fox, just found one of the biggest holes we've seen of the night in that corner. Now Hamilton looking for Jordan. Outside, great set. Pushed outside, a lefty outside hitter. And number 1, Emily Walter from Buford, Georgia at Mill Creek High School, able to lay that one down. And Chris, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but lefties are very tough to find, especially as a right side hitter or an outside hitter. That is very dangerous because everything they do is the opposite of a middle blocker.
Yeah, it's just a different feeling. It's almost like in baseball. You're so used to a righty pitcher, and then they'll throw that lefty in there for the last inning, and it'll just mess everybody up, and it'll end the inning quick. And you definitely see that in other sports like volleyball. It's just a little bit confusing.
Exactly. Out to Hamilton now. Walton swinging. And that's going to be a kill for Walton. As the Bears are trying to battle back in this first set, they're down 4 here if you're just tuning in. The Rail Splitters are up 23-19 over your LR Bears.
Houston and Holsey checking in now. Holsey back to serve.
Holsey the serve. Now it's pushed outside to Holstenfeld, and she collects right there for the Rail Splitters, and now it's set point. (24-19). Over. Now outside for Walton. Rail Splitters keep it alive, and a big swing. Drops right in front of Prawl. And that's the first set, folks. Your Bears go down 0-1. Lose that first set 25-19 to the Rail Splitters. We're going to see how the Bears try to bounce back and handle this adversity as we move into the second set. And we'll be back shortly after I give you what happened there in the first set. Looks like the Bears had 13 kills, a 182 hitting percentage, 22 digs, 2 aces, 2 blocks, and 12 assists. Rail Splitters, 15 kills, 256 hitting percentage, 23 digs, 1 ace, 2 blocks, and 14 assists. All right, we'll be back here shortly here on Bear Sports Network on the SAC Live.
Oh, this? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
So we are back here at Schuford Gymnasium. We just gave you that rundown of what happened there in the first set. As you can see, Bears kept it close, but weren't able to prevail in that first set. And let's see how they handle this next set, but we're going to show you the replay of that last point. Rail splitters bouncing back and forth, and just a kill right down the middle by Fox. Let's see how these Bears handle this one, Chris. What do you want to see here in the second set?
I want to see the Bears kind of spread the love around. I mean, Taylor Prawl, after all the games she's had, she has 6 kills after that first set, but it's almost like they're relying on her a little too much. They need to spread it out a little bit. As you can see, LMU, they have it a little bit more spread out. Kate Hosenfield leading the team so far in kills with 7, and Riley Storms, Lindsay Narker both with 2, and then Michaela Fox with 3. They're just spreading it out a little bit more than the Bears right now, and I think that's letting them open up the gap and easily going to give them a win if the Bears can't figure it out.
Yep, exactly. Let's see what the Bears can do here in the second set. It was a tough first one. They really got out of the gym running early. I believe they went on an 8-1 run, and then Rail Splitters just battled back in this one and was able to get back in it, and they just never looked back and closed out that first set convincingly. So right now you need your Bears to get fired up. I mean, this is your home floor. You want the crowd to get behind you, and they'll do that when you match their energy. So let's see what these Bears can do. So it's number 16, Emma Winford, back to serve. And looking for Denny, and that is just short right there. It's one of those balls that you're trying to put up and time it with the middle, and that one was just late on Denny's jump.
Just looked a little bit out of reach.
Right there, and Denny's able to land it right in the corner. They will go back to the well and get it to go 1-1.
Rachel Buick checks in, and she will be serving.
Served by Buick. That was deep into the corner. Big swing now. Buick is there for the dig. Outside looking for Asher. A roll over the top. Now Fox swings and collects the kill for the Rail Splitters.
Sarah Jones with the serve.
And a big kill by Taylor Prawl. Able to collect right there, trying to get her team going.
Bears just don't look pumped up right now. Not enough energy. If they get on a run, or we see, or here's the replay with the set, and then Taylor Prow with the kill.
Now Hawkins back, a floater of a serve over the top, and that one is just mishandled by Hamilton, as that's another kill for the Rail Splitters. It's now pushed outside for Taylor Prawl. She swings and drops it down. Taylor Prawl.
Taylor Prawl starting to get on a roll now. See how the Bears can carry that. Kenzie Holsey checking in, and we'll be back to serve.
Let's see what the Bears can do. 1 point lead. They got to really get back into this one. Like we've been saying, kind of slow energy-wise, but they're picking it up now. Now outside, a big swing by Narker. Now Prawl trying to match it, and she does just that. Taylor Prawl We hear you, and we see you out there.
Almost looks unstoppable out there when she gets on a roll.
Outside for number 8, Narkin. Now Faust collects the kill for the Bears.
Switching it up there a little bit. That's what I talked about, sharing and spreading the love.
Holsey back to serve again. Outside, big block by Faust. Now Narker swinging, and she misfires. Bears are making a small run here.
Faust really fired up, bringing some fire to the Bears. That's what we like to see.
Holsey, another good serve deep. Now outside, blocked by Faust in Houston. Again to Narker. Tipped, Hawkins is there. Buick now. Over the top. And just a little miscommunication between Prawl and Faust. I think they both called it and didn't hear each other call it. So they both went to hit it over, and it went out of bounds.
Buick with a great save there. Hate to see it not fall into play.
Over to Buick. Houston, good hustle on her part. Was able to see the desk down there at the table. Now outside for Prawl. She swings, and that one goes down.
Taylor Prawl going back to serve now. Definitely a lot of momentum on the Bears side right now, 8-4. We'll see how the Rail Splitters try to rebound.
Taylor Prawl with the serve, and she collects the ace. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch when Taylor Prawl goes back to serve, always does that behind the back. A little paying homage to her basketball career in high school, the dual sport athlete. A great serve by Prawl. Now outside, and that's a pretty kill by number 2, Hosenfeld, right in the corner.
Very key there by the Rail Splitters to stop the run, as we see Nihi back to serve now.
Over the top, Hawkins is there. Now Holsey, Faust trying to put it down. It's going to be tight at the net. Going outside for Taylor Walton, and a split by Nahi. Still up. Holsey now for Houston. Still back and forth here. Fox swing, Holzenfield. Now Prawl the tip. Nahi's there. Now Holzenfield swing, Prawl the dig. Holsey set up to Faust, and Faust collects the kill. What a long volley.
You are watching great volleyball.
It is really good here so far at Schufer Gymnasium. Faust hits the line. That's an ace.
Rail Splitters did not, just looked a little confused there.
As we have our timeout here by the Rail Splitters, your Bears are up 11-5, and we'll be back here shortly on Bear Sports Network.
I'm an active guy, I have a family to take care of, and a heart attack wasn't really in the plan. The pain was so bad, I couldn't even talk. The Fry team was so nice and so good to me. They give me a second chance, more time to do what I love, more time to be with my family. I needed a doctor, I found an expert in my heart.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
We're back now here at Schuford Gymnasium. If you're just tuning in, your Bears have taken a lead here 11-5, but they're down 1-0. Good serve by Faust. Now looking for Fox, and that girl right there, Michaela Fox, has been really lethal for the rail splitters. It seems like every time she hits it, it's a kill.
Just as soon as you don't really expect it, she can strike.
And Walton now up and over. Houston's there for the dig. Now Denny looking to punch it down. Still up, and that's going to go straight into the net. That's a Bears point.
Bears have opened up a lead here, 12-6. It's going to be interesting to see how they maintain that. Not let the rail splitters catch back up as they did in the first set.
So that is Helen Hamilton back to serve here for the Bears. Hamilton deep in the corner. Now over a lefty hit right there. Now looking outside. Still up in the air. Now outside again, Holstenfeld. And they're going to call a net violation right there by number 15, Asher.
We see Emma Winford check into the game for Kate Hosenfeld.
She serves a nice serve over to Walton. Now Walton swings and collects right there for the Bears.
Great response by the Bears, keeping the lead maintained at 6.
Now Walton will serve. And that one goes right into the net, giving a point back to the rail splitters. Short serve. Hawkins is there to scoop it up. Now Denny's swinging. That ball's kept alive by the rail splitters. Blocked by Denny.
Jackie Denny checking out of the game now, and Braylon Faust checking in.
Deep serve, and that will be an ace for the Bears. For Ashley Hawkins. Hawkins serving again. A short serve this time. He is there. Outside for Narker. Now for Taylor Prawl. She swings and collects the kill. Taylor Prawl.
Bears definitely getting comfortable now, putting up the points, opening up the lead.
A tip by Nahi. Prawl's there. And a swing by Faust, and she just missed that one. She knew as soon as she let it go that was going to be short as it hits the net.
Lauren Lask back to serve now for the rail splitters.
Pushed upside now. A big swing by Asher. Now looking for number 16. I believe that is Emma Winford. Finds the corner.
Emma Winford gets her first kill of the day.
Nice serve. Prawl receives it. It's still tight. That was really tough. That one had some side spin on it, and it came off funky off Prawl's hand. That was number 7, Lauren Lask, with the serve. Lask back again. And that one was a knuckleball. No spin whatsoever. A tip. Faust is there for the dig. Now outside looking for Prawl. And they're going to call a double on Hamilton. Excuse me. Helen Hamilton. And just like that, we have a timeout by LR. We are up 16-12, and we will be back shortly.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II,
We're back now. It's still number 7, Lauren Lask, back to serve. That's tough for Walton. She scoops it out. That's going to be really tight for Prahl. Able to get it over. Great adjustment. And Narker almost taking out the sweeper back there.
These rail splitters are not going away. Lead is down to 3 now, which it was 8 just a couple sets ago. They are really fighting to stay in this.
Now outside for Prahl, and they're going to call a double on Helen Hamilton. That's one of the setter's worst fear right there. So they put up a set. I am always in awe of the referee's ability to call a double. Sometimes it's really not that obvious. It looks like their routine set. And Faust will get a kill right there for the Bears.
Good job for the Bears to stop the run there by the rail splitters. We're going to see how they bounce back as Houston and Mackenzie Holsey check into the game. Holsey heading back to serve.
Ball outside for Narker. Denied by Houston and Faust.
Great block there. Definitely had to get up for that one.
Holsey serving. Short serve over the top. Now up for Nahid. Blocked by Prahl and Faust. Still up in the air now. Holsey the set. Going to Hannah Houston. Now pushed outside to Narker. Blocked by Faust and Houston. Blocked by Faust. Braylon Faust just invited the rail splitters to the block party. Back-to-back blocks for Braylon Faust. 19-14 here in the second set. And we're going to take another break.
Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC is ready for another exciting football season. Everett has been a proud sponsor of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears for 25 years, and we wish the Bears a safe and successful season. And August means it's all systems go for another winning season with the Carolina Panthers. We have a tradition of winning in the Carolinas, and when you want to be a winner in the car, truck, or SUV game, come see the sales and service champions at Everett, because if you didn't get an Everett deal, you dropped the ball, baby. Woo!
I remember it like somebody flipped a switch and something was really wrong. The staff at Fry treated me like family and they saved my life. These days, I'm taking time for things that really matter because every moment is a gift. I needed a doctor and I found an expert in my heart.
We show that last replay, the last point. It's just back and forth action. They pushed it outside to Narker and another block, and Faust able to do the rest and put it down for the Bears.
Houston and Faust really coming in clutch there for the Bears in that last long set.
And that one is swung into the net by number 8, Narker.
Bears opening the lead back up to 6.
Holsey the serve, trying for a short serve there. Trying to catch the Rail Splitters off guard. Not able to get that one over the net.
Errors just killing the Bears right now.
Right to Walton. Outside for Prawl, and Prawl collects another kill.
Just when the Bears start to struggle a little bit, Prowl comes in clutch.
Prawl the serve, and that will be another ace for Taylor Prawl. And Prawl the serve, that one deep back row. Now Holstenfeld trying to get the kill and does just that. Squeezes it past Houston and Faust.
Michaela Fox checks in for the Rail Splitters as they try to cut down this deficit.
Up ahead. Holsey now for Houston. That's up in the air. Now outside for Prawl, back row attack. Now pushed outside for Hosenfeld, and that one will skirt out of bounds. 2 points away now for the Bears.
Faust back to serve now.
Pushed outside. Fox the swing, and like, what else can you say? And this girl, Michaela Fox, has been very good for this Rail Splitters team. Everything that's come her way, she's been laying it down. Would love to see her hitting percentage. Walton swings and collects a kill as that one's blocked out of bounds.
Hamilton and Asher now checking in for the Bears as they need one more point to close out the set.
So we've entered set point. As Chris was saying, the Bears are up 7. Set outside for Fox, and Fox collects another kill.
Hawkins trying to dive for it right there, just not quite.
As Emma Winford goes back to serve now for the Rail Splitters. Right to Walton. Now up for Denny, and Denny finds the corner. And that's the set, folks, as we're tied up at 1 apiece here at Schuford Gymnasium. Your Bears win that second set 25-18. And we will be back shortly for more third set action.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
So we're back now here for the third set of the match. If you're just tuning in, it's tied 1-1 here. Bears just winning the second set. I'm going to pass it over to broadcast partner Chris. He's going to give you some of the stats there in that second set.
Starting off with Lincoln Memorial, Michaela Fox, 7 kills, hitting a .636. That's very impressive. And Kate Hosenfield with 10 kills. But the errors adding up for the Rail Splitters as they have 11. And moving down to the Bears, Taylor Prowl, 12 kills, hitting a .409. And Taylor Walton with 3 kills, hitting .500 right now. The Bears only have 7 errors. Definitely didn't add up quite as bad on that last set there.
So we're getting ready. If you look at that, Prall's on serve right now, 6 kills per set to break her career high in kills per match. And that's the last point right there in the second set as Denny dropped it in, coming up big time, one of the senior captains for this team.
We saw the Bears come out in the last set with not as much energy, I guess, but they looked very, very even, and that's going to win you sets and eventually going to win you the game.
So it's Helen Hamilton back to serve. Now outside, big swing by the lefty of the Rail Splitters. Fox almost dropping it down, and Denny is going to be past the line, and that was one of the first few times I was able to see that live as Denny, her heels were way over onto the other side of the net. That's going to be going the other way.
Definitely not going to help out the Bears right there.
And that's a line drive serve by number 2, Kate Hosenfeld. Hosenfeld, another knuckle serve. And Asher trying to collect the kill and does just that.
Point off the hit number 15, Addison Asher.
We see Buick checking into the game, heading back to serve.
And for your Bears, number 10, Rachel Ewing.
Buick back to serve. Outside. Blocked. Asher doing a great job of keeping it alive. Now Hawkins over the top. It's blocked, and that will be into the net. Point Rail Splitters.
That was a great save there by Asher, diving onto the floor.
Buick with the dig. Now outside for Taylor Prawl. And a double will be called on Helen Hamilton. She's been called for a double multiple times here tonight. Now Hamilton right to Denny, and Denny just missed on that one.
Bears have great energy right now. They just are not helping themselves.
Serve deep to Buick. Now Hamilton looking for Prawl outside. That's still up in the air now. Good job by the Rail Splitters to keep it alive. Now to Denny, the tip, and that's a great job by Jackie Denny. Smart volleyball.
Great job by Denny to end that little run there by the Rail Splitters. We'll see if the Bears can knock down some of that lead.
Hawkins the serve. Now outside for Harkin. Excuse me. That is Narker. Faust in the middle. And Splitters able to keep that one alive. And they're looking for a lift call. Those Bears fans. Blocked by Asher. Up in the air, Helen Hamilton. Now Prawl swings. Taylor Prawl. No regard for human life whatsoever.
What a kill there. You have to give some credit to Lincoln Memorial, Sarah Jones. She's getting in front of almost all of those kills there for the digs.
You see the last point, the Denny tip, able to drop, and ooh, that's almost tough right there for Hawkins. So let's hope she's all right. Almost rolling her hand over that ball.
Rail Splitters just seem like they're finding the holes where the Bears aren't. And that's really helping them out. They did that very well in the first set.
Deep to Buick. Now tip right there by Prawl. Just missed that one. So, as we've seen, it's been back and forth here early on. And now, number 7, Lask, is back to serve.
Bears seem a little bit confused about what's happening here.
Yeah, I'm not sure as what happened. Maybe a rotation issue. I believe someone was out of place right there or moved when they weren't supposed to move. Now Prawl receives it. Now outside for Prawl again. She swings and gets another kill.
Great job there by Prout, ending the run by the Rail Splitters as we see Houston and Mackenzie Holsey checking in for the Bears. Holsey coming back to serve.
Holsey the service. Now outside looking for Narker. And Narker sends that one out of bounds. Another Bears point.
Rail Splitters came out very strong in the start. We see the Bears coming back, just maintaining and inching back into the game as we see the Rail Splitters get a point back there.
That is Yeleen Nahi. with the kill for the Rail Splitters, pushing their lead now to 4 points. And Buick's able to dig that one up. Faust looking to attack, and a net violation will be called on number 1 across the middle there.
Taylor Walton checking in for Rachel Buick as we see Prow back to serve now.
And another ace for Taylor Prohl. I think that's her third one of the match here so far. She's been doing a great job on that. And that point will be going towards the Bears as that one hits the antenna.
The Bears clawing their way back into this one as they have the lead down 8-9, only down by 1, where they were down by about 4 early in the set.
Outside looking for Nahi. Walton is there. Now Holsey back set to Hannah Houston. Now Narker. Now up for Hannah Houston. She swings and drops it down. Hannah Houston.
Great job by the senior there, Hannah Houston. As we see Taylor Prow back to serve now. All tied up here in Schufer Gymnasium.
Prohl, another good serve over the top. Still there, it's up in the air. Pushed into the corner by Walton, and Walton collects the kill.
Bears back on top here in the shoe, 10-9.
So you see that last kill from Taylor Prohl. Prohl back once again on a 4 or 5 point service run. Now outside, blocked by Faust and Houston. The tip, Walton is there. Now outside looking for Houston, and Houston drops it.
Great job by Houston there. 2 kills this set. Great job by the senior. Bears getting on a little run here. See how long they can keep this up.
Great serve by Prohl. It's over. And a swing by Walton. And that's how hard Taylor Prohl hit that serve down. Bounced off a rail splitter and went over as we show you the replay. Now up to Houston, and Houston drops it down. And that service is out by Nahi.
We see Jackie Denny checking back in for the Bears.
Big swing right there by Hosenfeld. Another block by Houston and Denny. Denny, another block. Count it. Jackie Denny.
Denny and Houston there working together very well, coming up with 2 key blocks, and then Denny putting it back down.
Faust the serve. And Faust the ace. As we're going to have a timeout by the Rail Splitters. Your Bears are up 14-10 here in the third set, and we'll be back shortly. Back here at Schuford Gymnasium. Your Bears are up 14-10 as we're here at one set apiece. And that point goes towards the Bears.
Great teamwork here by the Bears, opening up a lead 15-10. Definitely bringing the juice here in this third set.
Faust, another deep service. It's going to be played up by Narker, and Narker finds a hole right past Taylor Prawl.
Yeah, she definitely knew that was hers.
Now in the serve is number 1, Emily Walter. Right to Prawl. Now outside looking for Walton, and Walton connects.
Hamilton and Asher here checking in for the Bears.
Hamilton to serve. That one drops in. Another service ace for these Bears.
That was very close there, Audie.
Yeah, they're playing out of their minds right now from the serve spot. Have been able to drop a few aces in. I think we're north of about 5 or 6 here on this match. And Fox is denied for one of the few times of this match by Walton and Denny.
Denny's been part of quite a few blocks here that have been key in the past couple sets. Definitely giving the Bears some life.
Now Helen Hamilton once again back to serve. Good drop serve by Hamilton. Over the top by the lefty. Now Hawkins, a set outside for Walton. Now outside, the lefty swing again from the middle. Prawl back row attack. Now outside, Prawl the dig. Now for Denny, and she drops it down. Number 2-3.
Just the quick reactions there by Denny. Bears just being able to find the holes right now in the Rail Splitters defense.
Blocked by Denny and Asher. Rolled over the top. Hamilton's there. Now Hawkins is set outside for Walton. Walton's blocked. Denny keeps it alive. Crosses the line there, but they're going to let it go. Letting them play. Hawkins receives it. Now Denny, the tip. Rail Splitters have it. Now Hamilton, the dig. Now outside for Walton. And she is blocked by the number 19, Long. We show you a replay from 2 points ago. Bears able to keep it alive, and Denny able to knock it in. Walton really reaching back for that one. And Hamilton not able to handle it. Bears give up another point as the Rail Splitters cut into this lead. It's only 6 now.
Yeah, the Rail Splitters just not wanting to go away. They're always just trying to claw their way back in. They just seem to dig themselves in a hole early in the set, and it's, as you can see, it's just really hard to get back with this Bears.
Tipped over the top. Hawkins trying to save it and can't keep it alive. So we have another timeout here. Your score is 19-14, and we'll be back shortly.
Being busy in my garden, I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found the expert for my heart.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And we are back here. Service played in. Prawl receives it. Up to Denny. It's going to be really tight, and miscommunications right there by the Bears, giving up another point.
Yeah, the Bears just looking out of sorts there.
Serve played in. That had some heat on it. Hamilton gets to it, and Denny the tip. I think she missed time that hit and still got it to go.
Yeah, she didn't look quite sure of herself there as the hit, but it worked out for the Bears.
Buick, now the serve over. It's tipped. Asher is there. Hamilton now for Denny. Denny keeps it alive. Outside for Prawl. Now outside again. Big swing. Looking for Prawl once again. Blocked. Buick's there to help her out. Now Asher swings. Kept alive by the rail splitters. A tip over the top. Hamilton's there. Prawl to set. Over by Hawkins. Another hit, and somehow it drops for number 19, Kaylee Long.
Ball just took a bad angle off of the block there, off of Madison Asher.
Now Hamilton looking to set Prawl. Prawl drops it down and collects the kill.
Taylor Prawl just sending missiles over the line there.
Yeah, like I said, I would love to see and get a radar gun and get these outside hitters in a contest to see who can hit it the hardest.
I would have to say Taylor Prawl will be at least in the top two.
Prawl the roll and drops it down. Another kill.
Great fake out by Prawl there.
You see the tip right there by Prawl. And that was, that is the kill from earlier. The missile dropped in. Now the score is 22-16. Your Bears are up here in the third set, trying to take 2-1.
Oh, this? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
As we're back now, if you're just tuning in, your Bears are up 22-16 here in the third set here on Bears Sports Network on the SAC Live. Buick able to dig that one up. Hamilton now looking for Faust, and Faust finds the lane.
Bears opened up their lead to 7. It's going to be pretty tough for the Rail Splitters to claw their way back into this set.
Hawkins to serve. Outside by the lefty outside hitter. That's Riley Storms. Still alive, and that's always tough when you got those metal beams up there. As soon as it touches it, it's out of bounds.
Just looked like a little miscommunication there by Buick and Hawkins.
Good serve. Buick's able to receive it. Hamilton now looking for Prawl, and Prawl had some heat on it, and they're going to call a net violation right there by number 10.
Houston and Holsey checking in now for the Bears as they're 1 point away from claiming this set.
Pushed outside, still up. Prawl's able to receive it. Now outside for Taylor Prawl, and Taylor Prawl connects. Take that one to the bank, because that's straight cash, homie. Taylor Prawl collecting another kill, and that's the set, folks, as your Bears win that one. They're up 2-1, and we will be back here with the fourth set.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
I'm an active guy, I have a family to take care of, and a heart attack wasn't really in the plan. The pain was so bad, I couldn't even talk. The Fry team was so nice and so good to me. They give me a second chance, more time to do what I love, more time to be with my family. I needed a doctor, I found an expert in my heart.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
And I'm going to pass it over, we're going to show you that. So we're back now. I'm going to pass it over to Chris real quick. He's going to give you the stat rundown.
A great set for stats in that last set there. Taylor Prawl up to 18 kills, only 4 more to match her career high of 22. Braylon Faust also sneaking in with 6 kills. And the errors for both teams kind of added up on that last set, 16 for Lincoln Memorial and 12 for the Bears. And also aces are playing or coming into the game here with LR having 10.
So we're going to show you that last replay of Taylor Prawl killing it and winning the set there for the Bears. Just gunning it down and finding the hole. It's been a good show out here by the Bears. I mean, it's a Sunday afternoon. I mean, besides what else are you going to do besides if you're a college student, except watch football and maybe do some homework? But these Bears have done a great job of showing support and coming out to watch their team. And I believe the Bears have felt that there on the court. They're back into this one, and they're up now.
Yeah, we're going to see if the Bears can continue the winning weekend, as both men's and women's soccer took a win yesterday, along with football.
And that's what this Bears team is trying to do. Another set up for Asher. The tip. Trying to drop it in there. And Denny able to keep it alive. Now Hamilton. Denny over. Now pushed upside for Fox. Buick is there to help out. Now outside for Taylor Prawl. She gets another kill. Make that 19.
Taylor Prawl definitely not lacking any energy coming into this fourth set. Just keeping the team alive here. Always a smile on her face. Just looks like she's having a lot of fun out there.
I mean, you got to be having fun when you're playing the sport you love. You're jumping out of the gym and you're just getting things going. Now outside for Prawl as that one rolls up. Now looking for a Hosenfield, and Prawl keeps it alive. And great dig attempt by Prawl, but I believe that was Faust who was over the line. Pushed up, Prawl the roll. And a little receiving error right there by the Rail Splitters. That's a Bears point.
Yeah, just not enough of a touch on it there for Michaela Fox.
That one just barely misses the back line. That's what we're talking about. They got to fix those unforced errors. Got to play their game here. So we're even at 2 apiece. Played in, Buick able to receive it. Now outside for Houston, and they're going to call a double on number 24, Holsey, and I heard that one. It's one of those where you may not be able to see it, but if you're listening closely, you can definitely hear it. Double touch off their hands.
Rail Splitters just giving one right back to LR there as Taylor Walton checks into the game for Rachel Buick.
As Prawl with the service. A good serve. Rail Splitters having trouble keeping it up. Now Holsey outside for Houston. And they're going to let that one go. Now up for Faust. A swing blocked by Walton and Faust. Gets through Houston and Faust on that attempt. Good rally there by the Rail Splitters.
Rail Splitters had a tough 2 sets, but they're just sticking in this. They're able to claw their way back into it, definitely not giving up.
Up and over for Hawkins. Holsey able to keep it alive. Now Houston has to send it over. Big swing. Prawl keeps it up. Houston back to Prawl. Rolls over. Trying to drop it down. Now looking for number 8, Narker. The Rail Splitters still keep it alive. Narker swings and misses the back corner. And they're going to call a net violation right there. That's going to be a Bears point.
Lincoln Memorial keeping the Bears in this game. They'd be up quite a few points, but a couple errors and just a little too much on the hits, and they're keeping the Bears in this one.
And the Rail Splitters drop it down, and that's good. Yeah, I mean, you got to love what you're seeing here. This is some superb volleyball in general. We're only in September, and we're getting a great match in conference play. That just goes to show you how just well touted these SAC teams are. There's never going to be an easy match or an easy victory here in the SAC as the Bears collect another kill.
Yeah, very evenly matched here, as well as the last couple games with Catawba and Queens. I mean, we saw how those resulted, but, you know, they're just very even. It's going to be very interesting when we get deeper into the conference play.
It's going to make for a great conference tournament. As Hamilton serves and just mistimed that one and hits it straight into the net.
Keeping it real close here. No team gotten out to any leads so far in this set. 5-6, Lincoln Memorial.
Now outside for Asher, the tip. Going outside again, the lefty swing. Hawkins, now Walton, the tip. Hits the top of the net. Hawkins keeps it alive. Outside to Walton. And Walton drops it in between two, right in the corner.
Great job there by Walton to find the gap. Rachel Buick checking in for her. She'll be back to serve now for the Bears as they tied it up 6-6.
To show the replay of that last kill by Walton. Doing an excellent job. And another ace for these Bears.
Just adding to the total of aces today is very impressive by the Bears.
Buick in the shorter serve now. Outside, blocked by Denny and Asher. Blocked by Denny, but not able to push it back over. Now Hamilton the set and looking for Prawl. It's blocked, but still going here. A big swing by number 3. Riley Storms. And right there, the Bears connect on another one.
Jackie Denny coming out of the game now for Braylon Faust.
And that one just barely missing that back line. Very close. So we're still back and forth here at Schuffer Gymnasium. It's 8-8 as number 16, Emma Winford, back to serve. Deep to Buick. Now pushed outside. Faust able to connect and drop it in as she's jumping for joy.
Houston and Holsey checking back in.
I love the way Braylon Faust plays the game of volleyball. He's always on that next point and is an energizer bunny. Blocked by Faust again. We're showing you this replay of Faust's kill.
Just catching them off guard a little bit there. Keeping them on their toes.
And number 8, Narker, with another pretty swing. There's going back and forth. Buick the set up to Taylor Prawl, and she connects once again.
Taylor Prawl just being able to find the gap there. Definitely would not want to be standing in front of one of her spikes there. Got to give a lot of credit to Sarah Jones as she's been doing that all day for the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters. It's got to feel like getting hit by a fastball.
Exactly. These girls are amazing athletes out here, and I would rather not be on the returning end of one of their hits.
Great team communication there by the Rail Splitters to watch that one fall out of bounds. Keeping it close here, 11-10, Bears on top.
Outside for Prohl. Prohl, great adjustment to avoid the ref's chair. Now up, it's tight. Faust able to keep it alive, and Prohl not able to block it from going over.
Bears were just all over the place on that one. Needed to communicate a little bit more as we're heading into a timeout.
So there's a timeout by
Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC is ready for another exciting football season. Everett has been a proud sponsor of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears for 25 years, and we wish the Bears a safe and successful season. And August means it's all systems go for another winning season with the Carolina Panthers. We have a tradition of winning in the Carolinas, and when you want to be a winner in the car, truck, or SUV game, come see the sales and service champions at Everett, because if you didn't get an Everett deal, you dropped the ball, baby. Woo!
I remember it like somebody flipped a switch and something was really wrong. The staff at Fry treated me like family, and they saved my life. These days, I'm taking time for things that really matter, because every moment is a gift. I needed a doctor, and I found an expert in my heart.
So we're back here at Schuford Gymnasium. We're all knotted up at 11 apiece. Your Bears are up 2-1 here in this fourth set. Bears trying to close it out, Chris. Big swing by Taylor Prohl. And Prohl able to keep it alive on the dig. Now up for her Prohl again. It's going to be tipped over. Holsey going back corner. Big swing blocked by Prohl and Faust. Now outside, it's tipped by Faust and Houston. And that's going to be a point for the Rail Splitters.
Yeah, we've had a long couple of volleys here. And these girls got to be tired now. It's about the middle of the fourth set.
Tipped by Prohl. Outside again, Narker swinging. And Faust trying to keep it alive, not able to. Another point going to the Rail Splitters.
Faust looked kind of shocked there as the ball came back and hit her in the face, but she's been doing a great job for the Bears today.
Ball played over, Hawkins receives it. Now Holsey looking for Houston. Outside, big swing by Storms. And barely missing that block, Prohl, and that one goes out of bounds. Another point to the Rail Splitters.
Yeah, Lincoln Memorial starting to inch away here, opening up a 3-point lead.
Buick receives, Holsey now for Faust. And they're going to call a net violation on Faust, and they're extremely upset here.
Definitely not happy about that one.
We're going to get a timeout called on the Bears. We'll be back shortly.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Put over the top now. Back to Houston. She tips it. Trying to get the kill, and she does just that. Trying to cut back into this deficit. Your Bears are down 3 now. The Rail Splitters.
Houston catching them off guard there a little bit. Not setting up for the spike, just trying to toss it over into trying to find an empty spot.
Brawl to serve. Deep into the corner. Now outside for Storms. Hawkins able to keep it up. Now Houston swings, and Houston gets it.
Houston back-to-back. What a great job by the senior. Definitely one of the leaders of this team.
As Brawl plays it in, and that one just barely misses the back line.
Just a little bit too much power on that one, Audie.
Just want that one back a little bit.
Hosenfeld checking in here for the Rail Splitters. Bears got to keep an eye on her. She's been lethal today. A little bit of confusion on the court here.
We're showing you a replay of that last point. Keeping it alive now, out to Houston, and she does the rest. Served by Storms. Up to Walton. Now Prawl has to play it over. And trying to attack right there. Houston keeping it alive. Now over by Hawkins. Big swing by Nahi, and connects for the kill for the Rail Splitters.
Something that's kind of tough to see here, but Emily Walter really changing it up with the set here. Backwards, forwards, all over the place, and even trying to catch them off guard.
Hawkins gets to it. It's got to be over now by Prawl. And Prawl almost getting Narker to swing at that, as that one was out of bounds.
Very heads-up play by her. Lincoln Memorial up 5 right now. Like I said earlier, Audie, they're just clawing their way back into it. They're not going away.
Yeah, they're doing a great job, both sides, of making this one interesting. And another point going towards the Rail Splitters. Your Bears are down 6. It's been a thriller here in Schuford Gymnasium.
Anna Jordan and Emily Jordan checking in here.
Serve by Storms. That one's short, as it's now a 5-point deficit for your Bears. Faust is back to serve.
Jackie Denny checking in here. She's been a part of a lot of key blocks here. Her and Houston working very well together today.
Tipped. Jordan keeps it alive. Denny hits the deck. Houston now pushing it over. Swing by knee. Jordan swinging. Outside for Narker. And Narker able to get one past Braylon Faust.
Rail Splitters up 6 now. Not done yet, they said.
Knocker the serve. Jordan receives it. Outside for Houston. And Houston, that one hurt. I felt it from here off the dome of the Rail Splitter.
Asher and Hamilton checking in here after Hannah Houston just putting it down.
Helen Hamilton now with the serve. Deep in the corner. Holstenfeld trying to get it through Denny and does just that. Able to squeak it past the blockers.
Denny and Asher just leaving a little bit too much space there.
Jordan receives it. Hamilton, the set. Over by Hawkins. Fox swings and it's blocked by Jackie Denny.
Denny ended that run in there by the Rail Splitters, keeping the gap to 5 points, 21-16. As we see Emily Jordan back to serve.
Jordan barely gets that one over the net. Big swing as number 2, Hosenfeld, drops it in for the Rail Splitters.
Hosenfeld just being lethal today.
She's done a great job. Has been one of the bright spots for this Rail Splitters team. Jordan receives it. Now outside for Asher. And Asher misses that back line. The Rail Splitters are only 2 points away from equalizing this match at 2 sets apiece. Now Denny trying to tip it down. Prawl swinging, and Prawl gets it, all of it, as he drops it down for the Bears.
Prawl coming, or once she comes back in, you can definitely tell her presence on the court. She just is able to take control, draw attention for the other team.
That one's tipped. Hamilton now sets, and Jordan will swing from the back row. Now outside for Storms, the lefty. Hawkins is there. Now looking for Prawl again, and that one is blocked as there's no one to help on that same line as Prawl stepped forward.
Hosenfeld and Fox there with the great block for the Rail Splitters. Rosenfeld back for the serve now.
So it's set point. That one drops, and it's all knotted up at 2 apiece. We're about to go into extra here in the 5th set. This is what you guys signed up for when you became a member of the SAC as a fan, and 2 sets apiece. We're going into the 5th set now. We'll be back shortly.
Being busy in my garden. I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found the expert for my heart.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
So we're back here for more fifth set action here at Schuford Gymnasium. They're all knotted up at 2 sets apiece. This is where those big players show up in big-time situations. I'm going to pass it over to Chris now, and he's going to give you some stats from that 4th set.
Well, starting off, Taylor Prowl at 21 kills right now. 22 is her career high. Will she get to that? She's hitting a 306 right now. Jackie Denny and Hannah Houston coming in clutch with the blocks. Hannah Houston taking over with a couple kills in that last set. And then on the Lincoln Memorial side, Kate Hosenfeld and Lindsay Narker just keeping the Bears in check here. Hosenfeld with 13 kills and Narker with 10. And then the total team blocks adding up here with Lenoir-Rhyne at 8 and LMU at 4.
So that is number 1. Walter back to serve. Faust receives it. Now outside for Asher. Buick able to keep it alive. Now Holsey the push. The set outside for Hosenfeld. And a good job by Buick to keep it up. Now Asher the push. The tip. Prawl now going outside. Asher set up. That's deep in the corner. Rail splitters keep it alive. Hawkins. Now Holsey the set for Faust. We're still going here. Good job by the Bears to keep it alive. Now Prawl swings. Good job. Rail splitters keep it up. Still going, and that drops. What a long rally by both teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching some great South Atlantic Conference volleyball right now. Long sets, back and forth, 2 teams that are evenly matched here.
Over to Buick now. Prawl to tip. Almost getting that one to go. Outside again. Prawl swings! And that one came out of a heat-seeking missile.
That one almost out of the park here in the shoe. Definitely putting the heat on that one.
That's number 22 for Taylor Prawl, tying her career high as that one went to the top row. Faust, the serve. Still up. Taylor Prawl keeps it alive. Asher has to send it over. Dug up by the rail splitters. Now looking for Hosenfeld. And that's going to hit the antenna, and that's going to be a Bears point.
Just a little misstep there by Hosenfeld.
And if you are new to the game of volleyball in the 5th set, it's the 1st to 15. And if it gets to the point where it is 14 all, it is win by 2. Now push looking for Denny, and Denny brings down the Thunder.
Definitely wasn't expecting that one by Jackie Denny. Wow, what a hit.
Faust the serve. They're looking back, and that one is blocked, and that's going to go out of bounds. Rail splitters point. As number 16, Emma Winford, back to serve. 3-2. And that one hits the net. 4-2, the Bears are up.
Hamilton and Houston checking back in for the Bears. See if the Bears can open up this lead a little bit.
That one served right down the line. It's going to be up and blocked, and Fox will collect the kill.
She's been very sneaky for this Rail Splitters team.
Yeah, she's a very lethal middle blocker, very accurate too. Hamilton now set for Houston. Houston almost collides with the net. Hamilton keeps it alive now. Buick outside for Houston. Blocked by Houston and Denny. Buick is there to save it. Now Hamilton to Denny. Still alive here. Swinging by Storms, and Storms finds the hole.
Storms has been pretty quiet this game, but she definitely just made her presence known here in the 5th.
So that's Sarah Jones on the serve. Denny trying to tip it, able to do just that. Narker gets it. Now Prawl is digging it up. Prawl the push into the corner. Narker keeps it alive. They're still going back and forth here. And just like that, Hamilton being cold-blooded, able to drop it in.
Neither team going away here, fighting to the end.
Now Taylor Prawl is back to serve here for the Bears. Prawl, good serve. Narker swings back to Prawl. She receives it. Denny now looking to push it over and just didn't have enough on the set to drop that one over.
Looks like she just tied it up there a little bit wrong. As we see Storms with the serve here.
Good job by Hamilton. The second effort. Over to Walton. Walton gets blocked. Now outside for Narker. And Narker gets it in. And the Rail Splitters take their first lead of this 5th set.
Bears just lacking a little bit of the energy that they had in the 2nd and 3rd sets here.
And Denny almost able to drop that one in. Up, looking for Taylor Walton. It's still kept alive by the Rail Splitters. Narker wants it. She tips it over. Hamilton's there. Now Hawkins up for Walton. And he swings. Prawl racing back to it. Keeps it alive. Good job by the Bears to get it going. They're looking outside for Narker again. Blocked by Denny. Tipped. Blocked by Hannah Houston.
What a great job by the senior. Even give a nod to both of these teams, the hustle that we're seeing. Just great volleyball. Great effort by both.
To show a replay of that block. Houston able to drop it down. Narker wants it again, but he gets it. Faust with the block. Now Narker swings, and that one goes out of bounds. Bears point.
Just a little bit too much on it by Narker there.
7-6, your Bears are up. Hawkins the serve. Outside for Narker. And Prawl keeps it alive. Now Houston swings. Storms now. Hamilton gets to it. Hawkins the set. Now Houston swings again. Storms the roll. Prawl gets to it. Hamilton now looking for Faust. And a double will be called on Hamilton.
Rosenfeld checking back into the game for the Rail Splitters. Got to keep an eye on her.
Narker back to serve here for the Rail Splitters. And that one's going to be short as it doesn't get over the net as we're halfway here into the 5th set. And we will be continuing to play. Chris, what do you want to see here in this last stretch by the Bears?
They just need to be even and relaxed. We've seen a couple times where they're just kind of sporadic and they're leaving holes everywhere, and Lincoln Memorial has just taken advantage of that. They've seen it. So if they can just be as even as possible, I think the Bears will be able to pull it out.
Mackenzie Holsey now back to serve. Your Bears are up 8-7. It's tied 2 sets apiece. It's been a thriller. We got maybe some libero checking, looking things over here. As Holsey's back to serve, she plays it over the top, had a knuckle on it. Hossenfield gets onto that one. Holsey now the set. Prawl rolls it over the top. Pushed outside. Hossenfield swings again, and that one gets by Holsey.
Yeah, Taylor Prowl just a little bit too far away to save it on that one. All tied up here, 8-8. Neehee back to serve for the Rail Splitters.
And that one will go over as Walton almost touched it. Very close. Had to do a matrix-like maneuver to get out of the way.
Very heads-up play there by Walton. Almost looked like dodgeball, not volleyball.
Buick serving it. The outside for Hossenfield, and that one is blocked by Asher and Faust. 5 points away these Bears are.
What a block. Here's the replay of it.
Up for Fox, and it's blocked again by Faust and Asher. That's an exciting feeling when you can force a team to call a timeout. It's 11-8 here in this 5th set, and we will be back shortly.
Oh, this? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being
As we're back here, your Bears are up 11-8 here in the 5th set.
Starting to see the crowd get into it a little bit, cheering on their Bears to a win.
Served by Buick. It's pushed outside, swung on, blocked by the Bears. Buick is there. Holsey now looking for Asher, and Asher gets the kill.
Asher just on a roll here with the multiple blocks. And again with that kill, 12-8.
Yeah, as you see, maybe Asher would have been checked out by now. But when you got your player on a roll, Coach Marklin electing to keep her in and see if she can come out on top here and finish it out for the Bears. Buick on the serve. Now looking outside for Hossenfield, and Hossenfield sends that one out of bounds.
Just a little bit too much on it.
So we're going to show you that replay from the last point where Asher was able to get on top of the ball and land it in. Buick serving once again, 2 points away. Flushed up, it's tipped, it's over. Prawl keeps it alive. Now outside for Taylor Prowl. She swings and collects another kill. That's her career high at 23.
Taylor Prowl has just been on a roll here the last couple games, averaging over 20 kills per game on a roll.
It's set point, match point here at Schuford Gymnasium. Up now, Holsey saves it. Buick outside for Asher, the tip, and she drops it in. That's game. Asher calling it right there. Your Bears win 3-2 here at Schuford Gymnasium. Chris, what an amazing match we have here today. All around, great volleyball by both sides. But what stuck out to you today?
Well, obviously, Taylor Prowl with the career high in kills. We see the stats here, 58 kills for the Bears, 23-4 hitting percent, 91 digs, 11 aces, 10 blocks, and 57 assists for the Bears. For Lincoln Memorial, 51 kills, hitting 14, 84 digs, 6 aces, 4 blocks, and 49 assists. But getting back to the game, Taylor Prowl just stuck out. She did an incredible job here as we see a replay of the final volley here.
Asher doing a great job of getting our team back in it and getting, I believe, those last 4 points. It was a great job. And all around, a really great game. Had fun up here calling it, trying to match the abilities and the energy from the players down there. And just an overall great night. And I'm Ana Kaliane on behalf of my broadcast partner, Chris Rickenbaugh, and we're going to wish you a great night.